Jo, halt zurück zu Steelrising. Letztes Mal hier den Boss gechillt. Jetzt lass mal kurz gucken. Können natürlich hier runtergehen. Oder... Ja, komm. Oder ich glaube, wir können auch da die andere Ecke gehen. Da war ja noch so ein nices Gebäude. Also brauchen wir mit denen nicht unbedingt fighten. Meine ich zumindest. Wo war denn das? Wir waren doch hier runtergegangen. Weiß ich gar nicht mehr genau. Irgendwo hier doch, oder? Da hinten steht ja der Dude und ich glaube, da kommen wir erstmal nicht hin, weil Schloss ist zu, ne? So, und hier ist Schicht im Schacht und hier hinten waren wir auch schon, ne? Mal reingeguckt. Und ich meine, es ist eher die Richtung hier an dem Dude vorbei. Genau, hier ist auch zu. Na, Peter. Ich weiß aber jetzt nicht mehr, wo wir lang gegangen sind, weil ich meine, es ist eher so diese Richtung hier. Wahrscheinlich durch den Garten hier oder irgendwo durchgejumpt. Ich gehe nochmal hier rein. Oh.
This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
You held. Did you see how easily those demons entered the church?
Klar, hat er das gesehen. So, hier war das nicht. Hier aber auch nicht. Jo. Jetzt kommt er auch noch hinterher. Na gut. Ich weiß es ehrlich gesagt nicht mehr. Wir können ja nochmal zurückgehen. Da konnte man irgendwo über die Dächer auf so ein anderes Haus rauf. Wir waren... Oh, hab ich nie aufgepasst. Wo waren das? Hier rüber? No. Ne, ich meine, das wäre hinten beim Garten gewesen, wo ich war. Nochmal eben hingehen. Oh, da kommen wir auch irgendwann mal rein. Das war versperrt, ne? Dann haben wir hier noch Zeug liegen, weiß ich gar nicht. Die Tür ist doch zu, ne? Ja. Okay, aber wenn wir da auch noch rüber können. Vielleicht nicht unbedingt jetzt. Oh. Ja, vielleicht war es auch hier rein. So, ja, hier oben rauf. Genau, hier wollte ich hin. Genau, hier waren wir das letzte Mal. Ein bisschen gefightet. Hier nervt natürlich maximal. kann man aber irgendwie raus. So, und ich meine, dass es dann hier durchging irgendwie. Oder da rauf und rüber?
It's going
Was
to be
ist
all
das?
right. This machine is alone and the door is barricaded.
Tja, da fehlt mir jetzt die Fantasie, wie man da rauf käme. Wenn nicht von der anderen Seite, ne? Es ist, aber von der anderen Seite ist es auch zu, ne? Okay. Ne, ich meine, das wäre hier gewesen, dass wir gesagt haben, irgendwie wollen wir da in die Richtung. Hier konnte man nicht irgendwo rauf, ne? Was ich jetzt irgendwie vergessen habe. Nope. Das hatte hier aber auch keinen Swag, meine ich. Alter, okay. War das hier bei den Dudes rein? Okay, lass mal gucken, was der Kompass sagt. Vielleicht müssen wir auch durch sein Haus da hinten durch, ne? Kann auch sein. Ich habe das irgendwie verdaddelt. Wir müssen da irgendwie rüber, okay. Der Übergabe aufsuchen. Okay, ist das dann noch hier auf dieser Map oder irgendwo anders? Da müssen wir auch wieder durch, oder? Da irgendwo. Das hatte ich mittlerweile mal aufgebrochen hier. Aber ist das jetzt hier drin oder? Ne, ist woanders, ne? Ort der Übergabe. Junge, hau ab. Einmal rumlaufen, oder? Wow, okay. Das geht mittlerweile mit einem Jump. Oh, da kann man auf einmal durch. Okay.
Too puissant.
Madame de Polignac.
It's dreadful, Aegis. All is lost.
How were you able to leave Saint-Cloud?
Earlier, after you ventured out into the palace grounds, all of the machines that were guarding us set out after you. I seized the opportunity to go to the stables and jump into a horseless carriage.
What are you doing here, Madame?
The children, Aegis. Charlotte and the Dauphin. The Queen and the Marquis de Lafayette did everything they could do to save them from the King's madness. I spent days working out every detail of this operation with the greatest secrecy. The preparations for departure with our accomplices in the Queen's house. The children's escape, hidden inside this wagon. Our meeting here, in this very place. Then our departure with the riders who were to ensure our safe passage all the way to Austria. They would have been safe there with their uncle, the Emperor. But you can see for yourself. The children are nowhere to be seen. Poor Monsieur Cléry. He was the Dauphin's valet. The poor soul gave his life to protect the little ones.
Okay.
Madame.
So, wir sollten jetzt hier ein bisschen gucken, ne? Und suchen. Ah, okay. Alles
A
untersuchen.
rooster embroidered on it. A list of staging posts between Paris and Liège.
Das mit Audio, das hat einfach echt nicht gut geklappt hier in dem Game. Irgendwie Shit gemacht, die Jungs.
For 3 men. Someone is missing.
Der Dritte. So, Fettchen hat's hinter sich. Mit Mom nochmal sprechen.
Madame. The attackers all bear the same red cap with an embroidered rooster.
It's the symbol worn by those who support the Duc d'Orléans.
One of them had a map indicating all the staging posts from here to the Principality of Liège.
Liège? That rabble-ridden city is where the Duke and his miscreants have established their base.
Over here, there are 4 dead horses, and the body of a 3rd man wearing a red cap.
4 horses for 3 men. That means one assailant managed to get away. It's beyond doubt. The Duke's men have taken the children. They're the ones behind this ambush, and they knew every detail of our plans. We were betrayed.
But surely the ambush did not go exactly as planned. 3 of them lost their lives.
That's true. If only we could catch the one who was able to escape. But now that I think about it, the riders that the Marquis de Lafayette promised us, if they made it here, they may have been able to surprise the kidnappers and stop them from carrying out their misdeed. By the grace of God, they may already be on their way to Vienna with the children.
I shall get to the bottom of this. Which garrison is this squad from?
They are stationed at the Hôtel des Invalides. The riders must have left from there.
Very well. I will try to retrace their steps. As for you, please return to the Queen at once. You have taken enough risks as it is.
find the children, Aegis. Je vous en supplie.
Okay, das probieren wir dann einfach mal. Reiter finden ist ja auf jeden Fall in einer anderen Map, ne? Da kommen wir nicht so richtig supi durch. Wo kann denn das sein, wenn das jetzt hier gleich in der Nähe ist? Ist das doch auf der anderen Map gewesen? Also da bei den Kutschen? Hier du? Nee. Digga, was willst du schon wieder? Das ist schon hinter der Mauer, ne? Kommen wir nicht rüber. Hier schon mal nicht. Hier auch nicht. Beides ist dahinter, ne? Lass uns doch nochmal zurück. Vielleicht kommen wir da irgendwie rüber. Ah ja. Das war es eigentlich, was ich vorhin gesucht habe. Genau, weil man kommt irgendwie ja hier runter jetzt. Genau, hier war ich schon mal, aber das habe ich mir nicht angeguckt. Aber das machen wir jetzt. Genau, da kommen wir wieder zurück. Aber hier kann man doch rüber, oder? Ein Steg. Also hier kann man rüber jumpen, glaube ich, oder? Hier irgendwie. Gut, lass uns mal in die andere Richtung gucken. Okay. Finde ich eigentlich auch ganz gut gemacht, dass man hier immer schon irgendwas findet. Also meistens lohnt es sich, nochmal ein bisschen zu gucken. Finde ich ganz nice an dem Game. So, also, ich glaube, da drüben muss man einfach rüberjumpen, oder? Aha, das ist auch das Hotel des Invalides. Hotel des Invalides. Da sind wir jetzt. Aha, da ist ein Save Point da drüben.
The debt was no longer sustainable, Your Majesty. Your mechanical revolution has changed the face of the kingdom, but the coffers are woefully empty.
The debt, Monsieur Necker. This debt that you and your banking friends helped to create for your own benefit, and which is now forcing us to levy new taxes. Will my subjects be able to bear another tax?
Yes, Your Majesty, as long as it is distributed fairly. The representatives of the nobility, the clergy, and the Third Estate must come to an agreement. That is why we have convened the Estates General. Tomorrow you are to preside over the opening ceremonies.
Your Estates General. Nothing good can come of it. You have roused the spirit of rebellion. All I hear about are their damned cahiers de doléances. My rightful enjoyment is being challenged. The streets of Versailles are teeming with loudmouth fanatics with sacrilegious thoughts. Tell me, Monsieur le Ministre, have you purposely set this army of the unwashed against me?
Your Majesty, I have always been your most faithful servant.
Beware,
Das sagen sie alle.
Beware. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
Tot. Ein bisschen rumgucken. Okay, wir können es darauf beamen irgendwo, ne? Da rein auf jeden Fall. Wow, das sieht hart nach Arena aus. Mhm. Oh oh. Das sieht nicht gut aus. Bam. Was zum Teufel? Okay. Blitzi. Hammer. Mhm. Okay. Rückzug. Okay, der feuert auch irgendwas. Irgendwie Boots. Die gehen aber kaputt, okay. Mhm. Aber langsam ist er. Wie kann man die denn abmetzeln, indem man mal wechselt und ein bisschen rumhaut, oder? Ja, wenn man mal ein bisschen Platz hätte. Okay. Nicht so cool. Oder den Fokus wechseln. Ja, nice. Rocket Launcher. Lecker. Na komm. Katsching.
Suzanne, my dear Suzanne, take my hand, please. Don't let them take me away. No. Oh no, this has to stop. I don't want to be tormented anymore.
That is not my intention. I have come to rescue you.
Rescue me? But what on earth are you?
It is of no importance. What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I had frightful visions, rageful wraiths filled with pain and sorrow. And it was cold enough to curdle the blood. Oh, it's impossible to describe. All the rage and anger. I was in another body, I think. So big, so powerful. And there was this commanding voice, ordering me to spread terror and death. Did I really hear it? Or did I momentarily lose my mind?
Who are you, monsieur?
Don't you know? I'm Jacques Necker, Ministre des Finances. Well, I was before I was captured. But this situation suggests that the king has decided to dismiss me from his service.
What does he accuse you of?
My alleged connivance with the Third Estate, no doubt. And most of all, for having been the first to ask to convene the Estates General.
How and when were you captured?
When the machines attacked, my wife and I fled our home to hide not far from there, in the Église Sainte-Marie. But we didn't stand a chance against the machines. They overran the nave, wantonly mowing down the faithful. My wife, my poor wife, she wasn't able to escape. I'm sadly convinced of this. As for me, my life was spared only so I could be tormented. What is the meaning of all this?
What will you do now?
There is no future for me in this kingdom. I need to find a safe place where I can prepare for my departure as soon as possible.
I will take you to the Cordelier convent. You will be safe there.
À la bonne heure, she's back.
Aegis, what a joy and relief to see you again.
Monsieur,
Welcome to our stronghold. I'm sure that everyone here is aware of the great debt we
Stronghold,
all
ich
owe
weiß
you.
nicht.
As you can see, the most exhausted among us are growing stronger.
While the most determined are already planning our counterattack.
I did not expect to see you all together.
4 days ago, the representatives of the Third Estate gathered in a tennis court. They swore not to separate until they had established a constitution for the nation. But that was not the only oath we swore. All the honorable men who were at Versailles, representatives and patriots, members of the Club Breton, secretly swore to meet here if they were dispersed.
You, Aegis, have allowed them to gather once again. Though unfortunately many are missing, we still have hope.
Why did you choose to meet in this convent?
It was my idea. Voyez-vous, I stay here whenever my obligations bring me to Paris. No other retreat inspires such peace and contemplation. Et puis, truth be told, this building has always felt like a fortress to me. Just look at how thick these walls are.
For 2 whole days, the Patriots in the quarter consolidated the outer walls to make it an impenetrable citadel. No automat has broken through our defenses yet.
Where are the monks, mon père?
They are secluded in their quarters, praying for the salvation of the people of Paris. However, we bear no illusions. We are weak, we are divided.
And we are unarmed. Without you, without your warrior strength, we have no chance of turning things around.
Ja,
You are
wir
sent by
supporten ja.
heaven
Alles
above,
gut.
Aegis. From now on, you may consider the Cordelia Convent your headquarters and a welcome refuge.
Okay, alles klar. Thanks.
We must speak, you and I, in
Auf ein
private,
Wort.
if you please.
Ja, genau. Auf ein
Monsieur de
Wort.
Lafayette must not hear a word of what I'm about to tell you.
What do you mean? You all seem to be certain that I will use my strengths to serve your cause. Are you forgetting that I have a task to accomplish?
Not at all, madame. We all know and support your plan to free Monsieur de Vaucanson. That is why I've taken the time to think of a way for you to get to the Bastille.
I am listening.
There is a patriot in Paris whose pamphlets have aroused Monsieur de Lafayette's ire. His anger is so strong that the poor man had to disappear to escape arrest. I know that he is secretly hiding in the quarries in Montmartre. A labyrinth he is said to know like the back of his hand. If anyone can help you navigate the obstacles that keep you from the Bastille, it is the elusive Monsieur Marat.
Very well. I will go and find him.
Montmartre, okay. Let's go.
Monsieur Necker.
I owe you my life, madame. So I am embarrassed to ask you for anything more.
Do not fear. You have my full attention.
Suzanne, my beloved wife. I cannot bring myself to accept her death. Despite all the evidence, I still hope to see her alive again. I need to be sure. Mon Dieu. What have I done to deserve such a fate? Why has the king sworn to destroy me? And all that I hold dear. After everything I've done for him. My abnegation.
Why would the king owe you anything?
I dedicated my life to the kingdom as his minister. Well, my life and my fortune as well. I refused to accept any remuneration for my services in order to keep the accounts balanced. And I personally filled the king's coffers with 2.5 million livres from my own private accounts, bonds in the Caisse d'Escompte, which the king keeps in a tailor-made armoire d'affaires in the Palais des Tuileries. He stores all his secrets there. I'd wager there's enough in there to sully his reputation 100 times over. You must retrieve these bonds post-haste, madame. They must not be used to allow this madman to build more murderous automats.
Do I have any chance of opening it?
Don't even think about it, madame.
Ooh.
Despite your incredible strength, that safe is said to be impenetrable. It was designed precisely to that effect. I personally never had access to it. I suppose that its contents were too unofficial for the honest minister that I always was.
Who has the key?
The king does, that's for sure.
Anyone else?
How could I know? His shadow advisors, most likely. Now that I think about it, there's a rumor that has been going round Versailles for a while now. It's said that Monsieur de Mirabeau used to come and go as he pleased at the Tuileries, that he oversaw diplomatic missions for the crown. Not in any official capacity, of course. Who knows? He might know more about this matter than I do.
I will ask him. I will look into what happened to your wife.
Bless you, madame.
Where should I start my investigation?
In the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. We were separated in the Église Sainte-Marie.
East of Les Invalides.
I shall be off.
You are the only hope of seeing my beloved wife again, and of foiling the plans of the clockwork tyrant.
Siehst du? Guck mal, wieder einen neuen Job gekriegt.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
I went to the meeting point you indicated. I had an unexpected encounter there.
Get to the facts. Who did you meet there?
Madame de Polignac. the Queen's favorite. She made no secret of her reason for being in that desolate place. So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur, the children, what happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined. One thing is certain. Charlotte and the young Dauphin are missing. The evidence points to an ambush by the Duc d'Orléans' men. They apparently attacked the wagon the children were hiding in.
How the hell did they know?
This ambush could not have taken place without an accomplice. You were betrayed.
A plague on Orléans and his damned informants. They have taken the children.
That still remains to be seen. It seems that the Duke's men were interrupted while carrying out their task. 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was able to escape.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running. But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you
wahrscheinlich
that.
abgehauen
Would you
oder
be so
gekillt.
kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Okay, da können wir nochmal gucken. Da haben wir hier noch Zeug rumliegen.
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Oui.
Monsieur Raymond.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again. It was very unwise of us to leave the Société without such a capable bodyguard as yourself. It is a miracle that we got here safely.
See you later.
Oh, sorry.
perhaps.
Okay, dann quatschen wir nochmal mit ihm.
Monsieur Raymond,
Go on, Aegis.
what do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
No, monsieur.
It's an association that meets at the Hotel de Massiac, just west of Les Halles. It counts some of the wealthiest plantation owners in the Empire. Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santilles are most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going, and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money, and their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty, when I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Basse-Terre. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact
sleepless
words.
slaves.
It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You
Schon
speak of
klar.
greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's
Ist was
easy to
dran?
criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
Any reform, revolutionary or not, must be taken step by step, with moderation and prudence.
This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you.
Aegis hört
is
nur
no
zu,
time
ne?
to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, You are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hotel de Massiac alive.
Ja. Hotel de Massiac, da wollen wir auch hin. Dann gucken wir hier nochmal. Was haben die Mädels hier noch zu sagen?
Monsieur Bailly.
Ah, mademoiselle. I am very pleased to find you here with us within the shelter of these walls.
I found a document written in a script that I was unable to read.
Let me see. Ah, je vois.
This is a crazy message.
These pages were written using some sort of shorthand. A variation on Taylor's system, no doubt. I'm wont to use it myself from time to time while jotting down my ideas as they come.
What does it say?
It's a bit difficult to decipher. Je crois. I believe it's an autopsy report. The author writes that the subject died from a large dose of prussic acid.
What is prussic acid?
My apologies, Aegis, but I'm no chemist. You should ask Monsieur Lavoisier.
Goodbye, Monsieur B.
Monsieur Lavoisier, wo ist er denn? Bist du Monsieur... Ah,
Monsieur Lavoisier.
Antoine.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Du musst mir was über die Acid sagen. Oh, Blausäure ist
What
das?
is
Okay.
prussic acid?
It's a volatile compound extracted from Prussian blue, which is a pigment derived from the cochineal, an insect.
What does it do?
Oh, it's a lethal poison, of the most dangerous sort. Though at weaker doses, it merely induces a deep soporific state, or a coma, if you will.
A deadly poison.
Aegis? Is everything all right?
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'Arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marsangy has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the Arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain. It's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Boah, gibt's noch mehr Quests hier, oder was?
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
No, not yet.
I have it on good authority that he is in the quarries in Montmartre. He's the only person who could show you a way to reach the Bastille. Don't forget.
Ja, wissen wir.
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre.
So, Robespierre haben wir durch. Was ist mit ihm hier?
Monsieur de Mirabeau. Minister Necker claims that you are a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
That old story. Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the king's chambers.
What luck could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Oh, I see. Well, let me think. Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. Nothing that can resist the expertise of our dear Monsieur Bailly. Why don't you ask him for help?
I'll be sure to do so.
Now, who else might be of use? Oh, There's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Oh, jetzt ist er ganz weg. So, der Gunpowder-Guy war ja nun er hier, ne? Oder?
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Der ist safe, Diggi.
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
Oh. I apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness? I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal? So we can ask him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien, I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand. I did not find the warehouse.
Vraiment? It's near Les Invalides, not far from Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop.
Ja, dann.
Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Okay, genug gequatscht mit denen, würde ich sagen, weil die sind ja schon ganz schön nervig, was sie alles wollen. Ja, aber die ganzen Quests, die gucken wir uns erst beim nächsten Mal an, okay? Also, bis dann. Ciao.